In a universe where life does not end at death, we explore the infinite possibilities forged by our very minds. Welcome to Arthadian Anthologies. Greetings, fellow travelers and storytellers. Welcome to a Reborn in Power series featuring two of Evemore's chosen. One of the Dusk, and one of the Dawn. And the most climactic clash the Core Realms has ever seen. Follow along as we dive into the conflict that curses the realm of Evemore and her children. Archon. You and your commander Retikon head back to the Karverian vessel you commandeered after your meeting with the Retanium asteroid. The plan is to continue with taking out the device that has silenced communication with the Archcommander. Then, you will lead an assault against the Karverians and obtain the resources of the Mother Kine. After contacting the Spec Ops about the updates, he relayed vital information that could prove useful against the Karvers. They tend to be vulnerable to high sound frequencies. Now, as you and Commander Retikon have found the Karver outpost, I'd like you to roll me a stealth check, please. First roll.
Let's get it.
Of the third session. Last session.
Cocked.
That's cocked. Oh, gosh.
We're starting off really well today. Nat 1. Starting off really well today.
What's the total? Just tell me the total
okay,
first.
total is, oh, wait, hold on. 6.
Really?
I have nothing in this one. For agility.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So. Sorry, guys. That was just like that was really unexpected. It was a low set difficulty, but huddling behind an outcrop piece of the asteroid, you feel a slight indent at your foot. As suddenly, an alarm sounds at the outpost, alerting the Karverians. Roll for initiative. Well, that was quick. Going right into it.
That's how I roll.
What'd you get?
I got a 12.
12? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna... Siron is a 12. And a Retikon. 18. Retikon got an 18. And... you see four of these Karvers. Oh. 2 of them crit. They are about, I would say, 50 feet away or so. They have a range 3 movement. But as they begin to look over, they're like, and 2 of them are at a console, and you see this large antenna that is extending up into the center area of this little outcrop that they have. And you see the 4 of them that were kind of like walking, doing their guard trails. They all begin to crawl their way over to you guys. They pull out some blasters. 2 of them go to fire. So they're going to use their scatter function on their tech blasters. You need to roll a dodge.
Gotta use my weakest one.
Sorry, but that's... What did you get?
6.
Again?
I used a different dice.
What is going on? We established that this doesn't happen very often. It's because we took so long to come back to this game.
Exactly, game is punishing us.
Okay, so they deal 2 points to your armor threshold. The first one deals 2 points to your armor threshold, and the second one, what's your armor rating?
Armor rating is 24.
Okay, yeah, then they do. You get 4 points to your armor threshold. As you see, they blast out almost like a shotgun, like shotgun barrels, as they kind of scatter between the 2 of you, mainly dealing damage to your to your armor. And now is Commander Ryton's turn. Commander Ryton pulls out a photon blaster and then goes to aim it. As he aims it, he lets out a photon blast. Critting.
Thank you.
You see it blasts off of one of their actually it wouldn't blast off the armor. It goes past the armor. It doesn't really deal too much damage to him. Seems like he has some kind of resistance. No, he doesn't have resistance. You see the armor kind of absorb the energy, or not absorb. It kind of shifts off the armor.
Okay.
But yeah. Now it is your turn.
Okay, well let's start off with one-man army.
Okay. Yeah.
I need to improve my odds here. And how far away is the closest one?
Right now they're 20 feet away.
20 feet? Okay, I'm gonna go up to the first one.
Okay.
And I'm going to... Let's just start with just a basic attack. I'm gonna go hit him with my... Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit him with my Devastator. Start with that.
Okay, Devastator, go ahead. Are you gonna use a function on it or no? The pulse function.
I'll use the pulse function on this first one.
Okay. So you activate the pulse function, and you rush forward, starting with one man army. So that was 2 maneuvers. You have 1 more maneuver left. If you want to just use a field assailant, just in case.
Field assailant's probably what I gotta be doing.
Okay. Or rune stuff. Like rune stuff. It's up to you.
I was thinking that if there are further back, but for now, since I'm closing in.
Go ahead. Nice, nice, okay.
Okay, 26 on the first.
26 on the first. You're doing that, so they're gonna parry. They got a 24, which means that you hit.
That's what I'm talking about. And since I activated my pulse, I'll take out the damage for that one too.
Oh wait, did you have a you have talent in what you just said, right?
Yeah.
Because I forgot you have disadvantage on basically everything because you're on an asteroid. And
oh yeah, I have talent.
So it would have been a -1 to that, so it would have been 25, but you still hit.
Still win.
But just so you know, you have disadvantage on a lot of stuff.
Understand
right now. Switch over to Gauntlet. You got it?
Yeah.
Sorry guys, we haven't played in a while, so we're gonna take some time to know what we're doing. Oh, that was good. 17 plus what?
So 17 for the... Oh yeah, so 17 plus 6, so 23.
23. Yep, you got past this armor, which didn't even matter because it was still kinetic damage. 23 minutes. First, needs to roll a discipline check. No, not discipline. Endurance first. Endurance. 10. Fails. So, as that fails, you see it. It begins to get kinetically rushed from your huge blast, the pulse of your devastator, and you see his arms and legs begin to kind of fall, and you see he kind of collapses to the ground. He's still up, but you can tell he's weakened. And then you also have one more form you can use. Or 2 if you use Field Assailant. But he's still up.
Actually, I totally forgot to add the one-man army damage to it.
One-man army does damage to it?
Yeah, if you have talent. Which I do have. I can add the roll to the damage or the defense.
Give me a sec. Let me check something. I'm gonna pause it. Alright, we are back. Here we go. So you're gonna be doing... You add an extra D12 from the one-man army, because you didn't do it with the actual offensive form.
I'll roll that extra D12 right now. +3.
+3? So you did 23 points of damage, correct?
Originally, so 26 now.
So 26 total. Still up, but he's barely kicking.
Yeah. Then I'll just strike at him with the Devastator.
Okay, so that's the second form.
Yeah, and then in case if it's needed, Field Assailant after.
And just so you know, you can also either deal an extra D12 damage because you still have one-man army. It's for any offensive, defensive.
Okay, yeah.
It's the best skill in the game.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. So I get extra D12 to the initial roll then.
To the initial roll or
the damage.
The damage.
I'm gonna do it to the damage.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have a feeling I need to get past its armor. $27.
27? Yeah, no, it's not gonna be because you kinetically rushed it. It's
sure. Yeah. Okay, so then I have the extra D12
plus a D,
and then plus what it normally is to use it. So
a D6 and a D4.
Yeah,
right?
D6, D4.
D6. 6. Nice.
You know, I left it on the corner. I thought I had it on the table. Okay. Here we go.
Why are there 2 D12s? You don't get 2 D12s.
Oh yeah. Oh, because I was thinking it was a Field Assailant at the same time. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just reroll one of the D12.
And why D8?
I left that in from the last time. I didn't even see it.
Okay. Sorry.
It was out of my view. It was out of my view. I can't see that. It's out of my view.
4.
That's
4.
okay. So 11 plus 6 with the bonus 17.
17. Still gets past its armor rating because it's kinetic. It's still considered kinetic damage, but its armor hits is 12, which means that it takes only
5
points of damage. But that still takes it down.
Yes.
As you whack its freaking head, and you see, and you hear. Well, you don't hear anything because it's space, but you see its head contort into a certain direction, and it falls limp. You still have one more maneuver. You want to do? You can't do a field of sailing.
Yeah, because there's nothing in front.
You could do a runic ability.
I was just gonna say I'm thinking about doing runic missile.
Okay. What rank is it? And
it's rank 5.
Rank 5. Does it have talent?
Yes, it does.
Okay, let me just read it out real quick. Runic missile. Runic missile. You shoot out a number of damaging beams equal to this ability's rank. So 5. You get 5 beams. Damage of the missiles equals the rune's rank die. So what's the rune's rank die? You have to check your rune that you're using. The void rune?
Yeah.
What's the rank?
That's rank 5.
Okay, so it's going to be a d12 plus the rune's rank bonus, so 5. So d12 plus 5 for each of these 5 beams. Mm-hmm. You have talent. You have talent in it.
Yes, I do.
It only costs 1 charge to use.
Perfect. Okay, I shall do that. But so I automatically get to roll all of those instead of having to roll to see if it hits, or how does that work?
The set difficulty is your level. So what is your level right now?
I'm level 9.
Level 9 plus the rune's rank, which is 5
14.
plus the ability's rank. So 19. 19 is the set difficulty for them.
Got it.
So go ahead and roll those 5d12s. This is where rune forging comes in. And right now there are 3 more that are near you because they all ran up.
Got it. So I want to do a 2 on one, 3 on the other.
So like you have there's 3 of them.
3 right there. Exactly.
So you want to do 2 on one and 3 on one more?
Yes.
And then just have one just be
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because I want to at least ensure the kill of one of them, and also lets me test out. Okay, this is how strong each of them are in case they start running at me.
Okay. Okay.
I know what I'm doing. I'm Siron.
Let's go. Strategy, man. Dang it. I wish you freaking succeeded at stealth. God. That's the total.
41.
Okay. Actually, let's do 3 on one, and then not total.
Oh.
You have to deal damage based off of.
Oh, got you.
So choose which ones are for who. Actually,
okay. Yeah. I was gonna say if I just choose it, wouldn't that just be unfair?
You roll 6.
Oh my god.
You're supposed to roll 5. Are you high right now?
No.
Just re-roll.
Okay. So I roll 3 on one of them.
Okay. Ready.
24.
24 on the 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I roll pretty low in all of them.
So okay. And your set ability is 19. Success. Fail. Success. So one of those hit.
Okay.
So it would just be 5. So 8 points of damage. But it is void. It's considered void energy. Are you trying corrupting or are you trying siphon?
Siphon.
Siphon? You take 8 energy back. Do you have how much energy are you down right now?
With that one, let me double check real quick.
So now you take 8 energy back. So you're up 8 energy. Switching music. Energy. Oh, you get energy back.
No. What I'm saying is I can't tell how much the Rhotic Missile one costs.
Oh, it doesn't cost. It doesn't cost any energy. It's based off of the rune charge.
Oh, okay. Oh no,
Yeah.
but okay. Well, I already had full energy.
Okay. Well then.
Yeah, no, so no, that matter. Okay. I was wondering, it's like, wait, how come I can't tell how many it costs?
So it might be better to corrupt people instead.
Yeah.
So it's the next one. What's the next one?
So I'll roll that now.
So 2 of them.
Yes.
Fail. Success. Okay, so one of them deals damage.
Okay, so 13.
That's gonna be +5. 9. Want to try corrupting them?
Yeah, I'll try corrupting on that one.
Okay. Still fail, even with a crit. They have a low will. They have 2 will. So yeah, you see the other one that gets. So first 3 fly up. You see this guy jumps out of the way of 2 of them, and it hits his chest, and you see it kind of go around his chest. He's like. The energy kind of gets siphoned out and kind of disperses out of him. He's like, and he's looking around like, Lakshya. And then the other one, 2 more missiles come by, and he's able to dodge out of the way, but then it hits him straight in the head. And you see him shake his head and he looks around. What do you want to order him to do?
I want him to attack the closest one that I hit.
Okay. And now it is this one's turn. As he goes up to attack his ally that just got siphoned. He hits, dealing 2d6. He's slashing through his armor. Hits again. And you see him 2 strikes, tears off this other guy's armor. So now he's vulnerable, doesn't have any armor on.
Perfect.
And now it is that one's turn. That one strikes at the one that just hit him. That one deals... It begins to tear off that guy's armor. It's again. They're basically just attacking each other now at this point. They're not that smart to know the difference, and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I can use that to my advantage.
And then it is now Commander Wrightson's turn. Actually, no, it's the first 2's turn. The first 2 are gonna. One of them is dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's dead. The other one is gonna go up and rush at you. He's the one that hasn't been hit.
Yeah, got it.
And he's going to rush at you for an attack. That's a 21 to hit.
$25 for my parrying.
Actually, he's going to use a flourish slash, so he gets three unarmed attacks. So that's 25. So you're able to parry.
Okay, riposte.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, by the way, remember, you can do it for defensive forms too, when I'm in RB.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I'll use it next time.
Okay. You can also use it for this, because it's still considered an offensive form.
True.
So
Yeah, oh yeah,
if
so
you
I'll
want
use
3d12s,
then,
or
yeah.
do one... Yeah.
Yeah, because let's see, got the d12 for that. So you have additional d12 for the riposte, 12 for the hit, and d12 for the one-man army as well.
Are you doing it for damage or
Yeah.
attack? So you get the first attack. Just,
oh yeah, first.
So
Sure.
just roll the 2d12s.
28.
28. Try to parry as well. Doesn't parry.
Okay, there we go.
It needed to at least get like an 11 or higher. Actually, an 8, 10 would have been good.
Does the d12 also go to the damage for the riposte?
Yeah.
Okay,
So you'd have
awesome.
3 d12s plus your normal damage, plus, yeah. So a
Yep.
d6 and a
D6 and d4.
d4.
There we go. That's a lot of damage.
Wait, actually, it'd be 2 d12s.
Yeah, that's what I was confused about. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Sorry.
That makes sense, yeah, because you have the
Yeah.
one for the riposte.
And then one for the one-man army.
One-man army, exactly, yeah.
Dang, you're still not rolling really well.
This is not good.
But at least you have a lot of damage dice.
22.
Boom, boom, boom. 22?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you hit. Well, you
Of course I did.
damaged. You definitely did damage. Sorry. 22. So then that would mean it would only be 12 points of damage because of this guy's armor. This is the guy that you haven't hit, right?
Yeah, this is the one I haven't hit yet.
So yeah, he takes 12 points of damage. You see, he's still kicking. That was his first strike. Basically, he goes and does like a one slash down. You parry it off. You hit him in the chest. He takes another gash on the other side to go hit you. This one is going to be a 24. Actually, no, yeah, 24. Sorry.
I had 19.
Yes, it hits. Ah, thank you. I want to actually do something to you. That's 11 plus 4. So 15 points of damage. It doesn't get past your armor.
Yeah, it doesn't get past my armor rating.
Armor rating, but that deals 6 points to your armor threshold.
Dang, that armor's almost gone.
Karvers, dude. And one more strike. You better parry this.
I'm hoping.
You better parry this. What'd you get?
I got a 23. Oh, wait, actually, I'm going to use it to the defense. on
Okay.
This one.
Okay, go ahead.
So.
Roll another
20
d12.
Oh, yeah, 23 plus. Okay, so 27. Still not enough?
Got a 29.
Oh!
Still not gonna get above your armor rating, but
I'm cool with that.
It deals this time. So this time it deals 4 points to your armor threshold.
My armor is gone.
You see it tear off your armor. As that happens, you had environmental pack on your armor. You're in space.
Oh no!
I'd like you to roll me an endurance check. What'd you get?
14. I don't have any bonuses, and Fortitude's is my second lowest. And I rolled a 9.
Okay. 10. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. That's 10. 28. 35, 40, 44.
I have 42 health.
You fall unconscious.
Not this shit again.
You fall unconscious. I was not planning on any of this.
Neither did I.
You feel your you can no longer breathe. The commander, you don't hear anything actually. You just feel your heartbeat racing faster and faster and faster until finally you fall to the ground. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna be quiet for a second. It's gonna be quiet. You suddenly, you're unconscious, and you begin to hear the faint voice, the humming of Evemore. But then, a breath of air comes on as you see the 3 of the Karvers are tearing into Commander Reitikon's armor as he places his environmental pack onto you, and you see his face begins to it looks like his blood is beginning to boil, or not boil, his eyes pop out, and he oh god, and he falls. He mouths the word Archon, and he falls, collapses right next to you. As you see, one of the Karver blades pierces through his heart. As that happens, though, you then see the Karvers go to pierce straight into you, and then you see something grab onto the Karver's blade, and it is this turquoise metallic coloration. As you see it pull the blade and start bending its leg, as you see the Karver begin to scream out in pain. And then you look over and you see it looks like the metallic from the Vitanium is coming through this battlefield. As it comes through this battlefield, you see the Vitanium begins to wrap itself around the Karvers, and you see their bodies begin to contort and be torn limb from limb, and they scream out in agony from each of these. And you hear a coming. Well, you don't hear actually anything. Sorry.
Space continuity.
Space. Gotta keep it real, guys. Gotta keep it real. But you see this is happening, and your commander he looks dead right next to you. And the Rytanium is just flowing through this entire thing, and just enraptures the entire base that you were at. And then you see the Karvers all get pushed away from you. And in front of you, as you are laying there on the ground, breathing heavily, you see extending out from the Rytanium is a figure. Same Rytanium that you had made a deal with. And it looks over at you. And then it says, "You are weak out here.
I was too weak to protect my commander.
It seems you saved your life.
He will not be forgotten. But I am disappointed in myself. But thank you.
Apologies for being too late, but preparations have been made with my sibling. They are keeping watch on your allies as we speak."
Very good. Whatever you just did to these Karvers, do to every single one of them.
We will need your help.
Then this will be child's play.
It seems that... And it looks over towards the antenna that you see. The Rytanium has encased itself in. That was the thing that was breaking your communication with your allies. They are on the other line. Would you like to speak with them?
Yes, I would.
May I see your communications?
I'll take out my codex and hand it over.
You hand it over, and you see the palm. He doesn't have any fingers. It's like just a metal slab that puts its basically its hand out, and then you see it encases the codex with itself, and then hands it back over. And as that happens, you suddenly, it's like you have this conscious perception of everything around here, and then you hear a fizzle. All of that did not go as I thought.
I have very little words. I truly am disappointed in myself.
With access to the antenna, you now can communicate with the Arch Commander. And you hear on the other line, he seems to be talking to. You can actually hear the Arch Commander talking to a few of the soldiers, and occasionally he would talk to Nieress, but you can talk to him. They don't know that you are online though, so you have to say that you're there.
Arch Commander.
Nieress, shut up.
This
Archon?
is your Archon. What is the situation? I've reestablished communications.
Oh, glad to hear you're all right. You can also hear chatter on the Mother Kine as well. And he's like, I was able to get in contact with Nieress about an hour and a half ago. Apparently they are mining something on this asteroid. We assume that it is the resource that we are in need of. But a few of our men encountered the serpentine creatures, the Celica, and their heads were torn off. How is the Mother Kine? Were you able to get in contact with them?
I would know I have not been able to get in contact with them yet. But you're the first one I contacted, so you can be proud of that.
Oh, it's a privilege to speak to you, Archon.
Likewise. I have made a deal with the Ritanium. We'll be gaining allies for this.
As you are talking to Vorman, you hear him say on the other end, "What was that?" Tavo, Rocco, cover me. Archon, here are our coordinates. Please bring reinforcements. And you see a appear, and it shows a ping on the 8th asteroid of the field, in the field.
I'll be there shortly.
And you go off of it. Do you want to contact Mother Kine?
Yes. But first I'll signal to the Ritanium that this is where we're going to be heading and make sure that he has his reinforcements ready.
Mm-hmm. And the Ritanium says, "Already done."
Perfect. I need to make one last call, and we'll be on our way.
Mm-hmm. The Spec Ops still has the ship waiting for you to contact after this mission is done. The Spec Ops is the only survivor of your team.
Okay, let me call Spec Ops first. You just bring him over to me right now.
Okay. Okay, so you go and call the Spec Ops up, and you hear, "Archon?
Spec Ops.
How did everything go?"
Well, very mixed news, but come over to these coordinates. We have some new allies. But I need you to pick up Commander Viton. Unfortunately, he requires a burial.
Oh. Right. On my way now. And as you go and kind of walk over to Viton, you see his face. He got a smile on his face. Like he died for an important cause.
I'll put my hand on his forehead. Leave it there. Deep sigh. And I'll just look at him and just say, "Thank you for your sacrifice. It will not be in vain. To Evemore, you shall go. Be at peace."
You kind of run your hand over his eyes as they close. His face is frozen at this point. But you feel like Evemore has gotten the message. Then you stand and you go to contact the Mother Kine. In doing so, you... And then... This is the Mother Kine. To whom am I speaking?
The Archon.
Archon. Oh. We have been trying to get a contact with you. Are you alright?
Yes. Communications were temporarily jammed, but I've restored them.
Oh, good. We didn't know if we should send out any reinforcements.
Well, we will need some over at asteroid 8, and I'll send over the coordinates.
Okay, you send over the coordinates. Right. We'll send out reinforcements immediately. Also, Tenton was asking for you.
Put him on.
Alright. Archon?
Tenton?
Is everything alright?
It will be. How goes the repairs?
Well, we're still waiting on the resource extraction. Also, I've been keeping an eye on the situation in the brig that you had discovered. It seems that these men that Nieress was experimenting on, they're gone. I don't know how to repair their minds. But apparently someone in here might know something.
Interrogate those you deem worthy of interrogating. I trust your judgment, unlike Nieress. However, I want you to perform a little experiment for me.
Archon, if I may.
Yes.
The one who might be able to help these men. It's the Rune Forger. Zermo.
Of course it is. Keep men on him at all times. Let him do what he needs to. But I know how perceptive you are. Tenton, you will not fail me.
Of course, Archon.
In one thing. These experiments he's been running. I want you to take some of those samples. And I want you to mess with it a little bit. Find out if you can make it work for certain others. It worked to obey Nieress. Does it work to obey me?
I will see what I can do, but this feels like it's beyond me. I don't know how Nieress was able to understand this, but it seems like he has some kind of forbidden knowledge. It might have been the Skite.
We might just be able to use his own methods against him.
Alright, well, I'll get on that. Thank you, Archon. It seems that reinforcements are heading out as we speak.
Sounds good. I will be joining in with the rest of them, and we'll get the resources.
As this is happening, you see a little flicker of light kind of reflect off of what looks like the pod that you had commandeered from the Karvers is hovering straight towards you, and hovers right down by you, and you see a extending down from it, some kind of like platform for you to try to jump onto. And as it happens, you also see the Spec Ops kind of land onto the platform and then jump off. And he looks down at Retikon. And you hang up with the tech spear. And you see he kind of chimes into your arm is gone, Archon.
And I'm going to look over to the Ritanium.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you can blend for armor. Can you blend into limbs?
That is dangerous for you. Deadly, even. I would rather stay on armor than inside you. But if you so choose to, there are ways to allow this, but not now. I must liquefy my form in order to do so.
We'll discuss this further afterwards. Spec Ops, take us to these coordinates. And Titanium, get ready to unleash your forces.
Spec Ops nods. You get onto the ship. As you get onto the ship...
And we're carrying Commander Ryton, right?
You are carrying Commander Ryton.
Good. I'm not going to leave him there.
Dude, I was planning on having Commander Ryton be like a main character eventually.
I knew you were trying to give him more time. I had a feeling you were planning, like, you wanted him to be bigger, but...
He would have literally saved your life at that point. Like, that was literally...
Well, he already did, so,
yeah.
I mean, it's... quick character arc.
Yeah, so, that's good. 1 second. So, as you fly over to the 8th asteroid on the field, thankfully you're inside a pod that is manufactured by these Karvers, or at least better assimilated into the way they create their technology. But it seems like the Spec Ops has gotten very, very good at kind of using the ship now, the ship's consoles. He looks over at you, it's like, Archon, it seems as though these Karvers, they steal ships and then they manufacture them to fit whatever purpose they have for them. Is this some kind of stealth ship? But it also... It's very similar to the technology that we discovered.
And we can study this ship when we bring it back. Let's make sure it stays in one piece.
Well, the hope is... My hope is... these Karvers have more of them.
Then we'll take them all.
We may be able to... not just receive resources, but access this fleet that they have. As you continue the flyover, the ship kind of like rumbles as it reaches the ground of this asteroid. Thankfully, as you flew over the actual forces of the Karvers, you were able to see that they have like mining posts, and there's a few hundred of them. So this is going to be like a war, and you also see that a lot of them are beginning to get into the ships as well. And some of their ships are flying over to, it looks like the Spec Ops is trying to see like the coordinate path they're taking, and as he does this, he looks over like, Archon, it looks like they're sending reinforcements over to the 7th asteroid. Where we just were.
let's have some of the Ritanium stay back for this.
Oh, that Ritanium did stay back because that's its home.
Okay.
But it informed its sibling, which is the 8th asteroid, to keep your men safe.
Got it. Okay. So, can we contact the 7th one right now then?
You do have it on your codex.
Yeah. Okay, that won't give them a call.
Okay, you just kind of go up and you talk to it. What do you say?
We see reinforcement Karvers ships heading your way.
I shall take care of them.
Good luck.
Thank you, Archon.
Let me know how it goes, and I'll keep you updated.
As you land, you land near your guys' outpost. A few more ships are heading your way, but you notice them. But they haven't gotten there yet. But you see the Arch Commander walks up along with the Grand Arbiter Nieress. And they go up, and you see the men all kind of line up, getting ready for, like getting ready to salute you. And the platform lowers. And the Arch Commander bows along with Grand Arbiter Nieress, and all the men salute as you head out. How are you heading out? Are you holding Commander Righton, or what are you?
Well, I got a question because I lost my arm. So which arm is it?
Your arm?
Yeah, no, you said I lost the arm.
What do you mean?
Like you said, look at the arm. I thought that implied my arm was gone or something.
I'm trying to remember what.
Like during.
I never said that you lost your arm. I don't think. We'd have to look back at the recording, but.
yeah. I could have swore you made it sound like that's the reason why I wanted him to blend with my skin, and whatnot.
Oh no! You never lost your arm.
Oh, so what happened in that?
What do you mean?
You mentioned something about like.
No, your armor got destroyed along with the environmental gear.
Oh, I thought you said arm. I thought you said arm in that part. I'm like, oh shit! Like I lost my arm.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, wait a minute. Why is he being so nonchalant about this?
No, I said armor.
Oh my god!
Sorry. Miscommunication, man.
Yeah, that's why I was like, can the Ritanium do something? Why do you just want to sit there? Why is it explains so much?
No, I was wondering why you wanted to blend in with the Ritanium. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say like, okay, if I lost my arm, he can make me the new arm. Like he can be the new arm.
That'd be
like
cool.
That was what I was gonna try to go for.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Okay, so it all makes sense now. Okay, glad we got that cleared up. Okay, back to it. So the question was, how do I lead them? Okay.
How do you come out?
How do I present? I'm gonna be carrying. Naturally.
You want to carry him like a child? Are you going to be carrying him, or what do you want to do?
Let's see. I'm going to be carrying him. Yeah, I'm going to be carrying him like holding him with two hands. Yeah, with two hands like this. Yeah, so people can know that I'm carrying a fallen Retikon, but I'm not carrying him like over my back, like I'm just dragging him for battle.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of like a more noble way.
Yeah. It's like to showcase your love for your people.
Exactly. Yeah. Photo op.
Yep. As you come out, this platform lowers down. And all your men are looking, and they all bow, salute you. The Arch Commander lifts his head up, and he gasps. The Grand Arbiter looks up and tilts his head a second and just kind of looks at you, looks at the body. And you step forward off the platform. As you step forward, before you left the ship, the spec op said, "I'm going to stay here, just let you do your thing. And you basically head out alone up to the Arch Commander and Grand Arbiter. Archon.
Arch Commander, Vorman. Nieress.
He nods.
I am going to lay down Commander Retikon. And how many people do I see? How many other Retikon do I see in the background?
There are about probably like 20 right now. Actually, more like around like 16.
16. And how many were sent to company? Is this everyone?
20. 20 was sent.
Understood.
So four are gone.
The Retikon before you, Commander Retikon, he sacrificed himself to save me.
All the men, they bow their heads.
Let's begin with a moment of silence.
Complete and utter silence.
Okay, you can turn the music back on. Moment over.
As that moment passes, they all lift their heads up. And they all say in unison, almost like they heard you, "To Evemore you go."
To Evemore he goes. Karvers disrupted our communications, had us blocked off. However, I've made some new allies. The Ritanium. Sentient metal. They have quite the skill set, and they will be assisting us in this. They've agreed to let us take the resources needed to power up Mother Kine, to take us where we need to go, to complete our mission. For what they did to Retikon, we will slaughter them all.
They all lift their fists up, their weapons up.
To Evemore, we all shall go.
And Nieress comes over to you, to next to you, and he comes up and he's like, "Archon, may I have a word with you?"
You may.
He pulls you aside, and the Arch Commander kind of looks over and nods at you, and then kind of glances over at Nieress, gives him a glare, and then shifts over towards the men, getting them ready for their battle. Nieress pulls you aside. These creatures, these Karvers, and the serpents, the Silica, they are intriguing, able to tear through armor like it's paper. Is it wise for us to just slaughter them?
We aren't just going to slaughter them, Nieress. They cut through my armor, like you said, like paper. We're going to take their claws. We're gonna make our own weapons out of these. All other species who have gone to this point have advanced through similar means. we shall do the same. For what lies beyond, we must be ready to face it, friend or foe.
I see. Good. I'm glad we are on the same page.
We are, Grand Arbiter.
And he nods. And he bows to you. And then he begins to walk off. Do you say anything?
No, I do not. He'll get his in due time.
And as he walks off, you walk over to the Archcommander. As you see ships begin to fly overhead, the reinforcements have arrived. And the Archcommander looks over towards you. Or the Nieress won't.
He was going to bring up a suggestion that I already had. The fact that these Karvers can cut through armor. He wants us to be able to use these to pretty much as our own weapons to be able to pierce others.
I see.
That is a good idea, but tell me. And I'm going to look around to make sure Nieress isn't, like, around whatsoever. Should I roll, like, a perception check for this?
Go ahead.
Okay. 22.
Nieress is over at his men right now. He seems to be speaking to them currently.
Have you seen any suspicious activity with Nieress?
Well, it was his men that got their heads bitten off. Being reckless, as he always is. But I think he was doing it as an experiment to see what they were capable of. And he liked it.
When I sacrificed my men, it was because there was no other choice. They do so as a favor to me and to Yvemore. I would have done the same for them. But Nieress, using them as playthings. Tenton and I have come to a very grim discovery. And I believe what we found based on these experiments.
As you say this, you see the ships, 3 of them, pods land, your guys' pods, and they all open up, and you see about 30 more troops come out from these pods. And their commanders each come up to you, and then salute both you and the Archcommander. And now you see Nieress is heading over towards you guys. Make sure that he is also greeting.
Nieress has a stick up his ass.
I love it. It's my favorite thing. You're no, not like that.
You set yourself up for that one.
Yeah, I did. But I mean, like you're like this, this.
I get
this
it.
Theocratic, this theocratic ruler, and then there's also the punk ass kiss ass.
He's one of the ministers. I'm like the ruler. I get it.
Yeah. But he comes over, and it seems like the commanders all come up to you, 3 of them, for each of the pods, and they're like, Archon. The center one comes up. We are here to assist in whatever way we can.
I am glad to hear that. Get in positions. We'll be heading out shortly.
Yes. You heard the Archon! And they all begin to get in position. So, all your men begin to prepare for this battle. You, Nieress, and Vorman, along with the commanders, go into the Archcommander's or chamber that they have set up. You see a battle board, and the Archcommander comes up and says, "Alright, so now that we have 30 more troops, with a total of 46, do we have any idea of the amount, Nieress, that we are facing?"
Well, with the intel gathered, we have discovered that the Karvers are vulnerable to high sound frequencies. Therefore, the plan would be to go in stealthily. We need to have a distraction lined up. But we do believe that there are some kind of antennae that allows them to communicate with one another. If we can hack into these antennae and then function through a high sound frequency so that they all hear it, it would weaken them, and then we can slaughter them.
So, and the Archcommander looks over towards the other commanders. Commanders, outfit your spec ops for a infiltration mission. Make sure that they are well prepared to go in silently. And then when they find the antenna, hack into them and contact us when it is ready. And they all, the commander's like, "Yes, Archcommander," and they bow. And then the Archcommander looks over and is like, "Anything else, Nieress, you would like to speak?" And Nieress looks over and is like,
Yes, Archon. It seems that they do have a form of leadership, hierarchy. Perhaps this could be to our advantage. I was able to ascertain some translations to their language through our translator that we recovered from the vessel.
You refer to the vessel as the one that crashed on Mother Kine.
Their leader is some kind of captain of a sort. But they have a queen. That is not here. They just go about scavenging and bring it back to their fleet. Which means that they have a larger fleet.
And do we know the location of this fleet?
No. But if we were to acquire the captain, we could bring them to the brig and interrogate them. Perhaps even find ways to make them loyal.
We will capture the captain, and we will have them give the location of the fleet.
The Archcommander looks over and is like, he seems kind of upset.
Very well. Archcommander, would you mind using your elite squadrons to ascertain the captain.
Arch-Commander Vorman, I sense some uneasiness in you. Please speak your mind.
If I were Karvers, or if I were in their shoes, so to speak, watching you be taken to be interrogated, I'd rather watch you die in honor and die alongside you. If we are to show a message to these Karvers, I don't want to paint a target on our back if they have a larger fleet out there.
These Karvers are not the endgame.
No, they are not. It's a distraction.
And Nieress is like, yes, but wouldn't it be nice to know who our enemies are and where they are? Or perhaps we can send them a message through this captain.
Or a compromise.
What do you have in mind?
Arch-Commander, you are right that this is somewhat of a distraction. And that we need to focus on the resources. So we will slaughter, and I do say slaughter, the Karvers. However, Nieress does have a point about how they can pierce through our armor. Which reminds me, I need a new set.
Oh, we will get on that right away. And he looks over, he's like, Commander, please, go and find the Archon a new set of armor. Yes, Arch-Commander.
Thank you.
Okay, leave.
Having dealt with this firsthand, I would still want to preserve some of their parts. Or at least take one of these things alive, so we can study it further. It does not need to be the captain. I want to make sure these things won't be able to connect with the others. If we need to cut off their antennae, make it so.
And
if we had them, we can pierce through any enemy's armor. We cannot ignore this advantage.
the commander sort of was like, very well, Archon. You have spoken. And he looks over towards Nieress. My men will be handling the forces of the minions of this captain. I will handle the captain.
Arch-Commander,
Yes,
make him suffer.
with pleasure, my Archon. And with that, the meeting is adjourned. You go your separate ways. The commander brings you your armor. It is basically the same kind of set of armor as you.
I already probably have like 5 spares.
Yeah, they made sure to bring some.
That's what's up. Parks of being the Archon.
So you have full armor threshold and everything too. So good. Now, all the troops are ready, prepared to embark on this mission, on this battle, this war that you'll be raging against the Karvers. You head into the ships, and they all begin to fly off. The Spec Ops who you were with is piloting your ship. And you fly up this mountainside on this asteroid, and then coming over the top, you see the valley, this valley that has multiple mining platforms, and you do see antennae. Two of your ships actually kind of break off, going into their positions, getting ready to send out their Spec Ops. And your Spec Ops looks at you. And he looks over at you and says, Archon, are you sure you don't want me to go down there myself and also help out?
You've already done so much. We'll take it from here.
All right. And he kind of goes down. The Arch Commander is on the line with you, as well as Grand Arbiter Nieress. And they're going to start as the ships fly down and land. You see what looks like a large kind of... You guys are basically landing outside of their base. And there is like a large gate where there are multiple Karvers kind of coming up, and they're like, Rak-chika! And you see them all kind of begin to swarm outside. And as this happens, you are on the comms with every single soldier. Do you have any words to say to your men before you begin this slaughter?
Evemore will give us her blessing this day. Remember, this one is for Commander Retikon. Show them no mercy.
And you see the ships, the platforms lower as all your men begin to rush out. As this happens, you are going to be in a group pairing with Arch Commander Vorman and Grand Arbiter Nieress. So, I would like you to tell me your agility. What's your agility?
5.
5 agility. Okay. So 5 plus a total of 25 total. You rush out with, as all your men begin rushing out, you're not really rushing out, you're kind of walking out. And you see in the other ships that have landed near you guys, the Grand Arbiter is also walking out along with Arch Commander Vorman, who is just walking out as your troops all flock past you and rush up, and they get into battle positions. And you see the snipers, all the some of the Spec Ops all pull out their snipers and begin to aim, and then they wait for your command. What do you say?
You may begin.
All of them begin to fire off. One by one. battle begins, the battle begins, though, you see suddenly a flash of bright green rays begin to flash all around you as you see growing around the battlefield a dome of metallic titanium encases you all, and you suddenly feel a breath of fresh air. The gravity begins to plummet to your level, and it becomes to your advantage. And let's begin. You see all the Karvers begin to rush up, and as they're rushing up, they're slowing down as your men are speeding up, and people start to attack. What would you like to do? You see a few Karvers heading your way.
One-man army. Let's start it.
All right, go ahead and spend stamina. Archcommander Vorman is also going to use one-man army. And the Grand Arbiter is going to use Gunslinger. So go ahead and do whatever you're going to do.
Okay, so I decided to use my Devastator on the first one they came across.
Okay.
And with my one-man army, I added the D12 to the attack roll this time.
To the attack roll?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the D12, so what's the total?
So 31.
31 to hit. You hit.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go with the pulse function on the first one.
The pulse function on the first one, okay. You have to say that you're gonna do it.
Oh,
first.
beforehand.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just do that another time.
Okay.
Yeah, just to make it fair. $13 on the first.
13 on the first. You go and use the function. As that happens, it kind of hits them hard, but their armor is still intact.
Field Assailant.
Okay. Well, you still have another form.
Well, yeah. But I mean, it's because it's going to increase the damage on the initial, so then this way I can save it for like another one that might come by. $25.
25. You hit.
Nice. Okay.
Are you using damage like from the
damage for? So I have gonna use the Field Assailant damage,
assailant?
which comes with it, and I didn't use it for the attack roll, so I'm gonna use it for the damage on this one.
All right.
Oh yeah, then of course, forget about that. Okay, now I'm gonna get some good rolls here.
Wait. Why is there 2D? Why is there 3D?
No, because of the
Because you're not doing a riposte. You're doing a field assailant. Field assailant gives you a D12.
Yeah.
One man army gives you a D12. What's the other D12?
The other D12
This is
was
not
for the
an attack roll. This is a damage roll.
Oh, that's why.
That's yeah.
But I rolled good on those. Okay.
Take away one of those.
Oh yeah, we'll just take. Oh yeah, because I rolled two of the same. Okay, that's easy. Okay. Nice. Okay, so 30
points of damage. You go back and strike the guy for the first one. It kind of whacks him to the side. His armor's fine, and then you just straight between his like four legs, and it kind of gets caught under his legs, and he's just and you see his like just blood begin to like just splatter from underneath him, and he falls down. He's dead.
Okay, and then I'm assuming the next one's just like pretty close by too.
Yeah.
How far away?
They're all
Oh, they're
around.
just all around?
It's like a battle. It's full on battle. Everyone's around. You see there's drones coming out from your guys' side as some spec ops are using drones to fire off shots.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go up to the. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go up to the next one and I'm gonna swing at him as well with the Devastator.
As you go to swing at one of them,
24.
as you swing at another one, they're able to parry it down, and then 3 more come to attack you from all around you. Go ahead and roll me some defensive force.
Okay, parry. Let's start with that. And actually, yeah, let's start with that. I'm gonna use the
Okay.
the one-man army. Oh no, that was a 2 earlier.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Oh jeez, I rolled low on both of those. Is that 2?
It's a 5 plus what? What's your defense?
For
parry?
16, so 21.
21.
Yeah.
Minions can do. I know they hit.
Unfortunate.
That was for the first one.
Yeah.
So you can do 2
Oh,
more.
of course, yeah.
2 more. Your armor takes I'll just wait.
Oh, you just wait till it's done?
Until it's done. What's the
Okay,
second
so
one?
9. 23 on the second.
Okay.
You could only use it for defense if it's like all of them?
Well, you can use a one-man army for every single defensive.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I thought it was going to be like, okay.
You can literally just roll 2d12s every single time.
Okay, got it. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to like balance it out a bit. Okay. So 28.
28. Yes, you are able to parry the second one.
Okay, let's repause that one.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, first actually, do the third
Do the
defensive.
third just to see. Yeah, got you.
Oh yeah, you.
That was no.
Do you want to do
contest.
2 riposte?
Yeah.
2 riposte. Okay. So the first one is able to tear through your armor. You gotta take 5 points off your armor threshold.
Got it. Okay.
Go ahead.
The first one, and this is to hit, so we have the riposte. D12. 17. 33.
33 to hit.
Yes.
Yeah, you hit.
Okay, cool. So then I'll use, and since it's riposte, I have added to the damage because that is the
Yeah, so it's gonna be
so 2d12
2d12s
because
plus
of the one more army,
Yeah.
and then the regular weapon damage. Okay, here we go. Okay. 18.
18.
Yeah.
As that happens, you are able. You kind of go up and you slam the Devastator into it, and you see it. It takes a big gush into its side, into its waist, but it's still up for the first one, and then the second one
That I
you
riposted.
riposted.
Yeah. So let's see if this one hits. $30.
30.
I rolled a 2 and a crit.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah. Okay, so then of course I'll use the 2 on this one as well.
Okay.
Oh! Pretty good on that.
That was pretty good. That 4 was higher, dude.
30.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go and you slam this other guy back, and he gets kind of flung up into the air and back away. As that happens, what else do you want to do?
Okay, so do I still
Because
have...
that was them attacking you, not you. You can just keep going.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack the one that's damaged but isn't dead yet.
Okay. Well, yeah. The one that got flung away,
Yeah.
he didn't die, but he got flung away.
Yeah,
So.
but he's close enough to where I can just
Yeah,
go up to him
yeah.
and just like go. Okay, cool.
Do you want to do that one, or do you want to do the one that you did barely damage? Or the
The
one...
one I barely damaged is closer by, right?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, because I'm assuming if I walk past him, he gets an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
So I'll get the one that's near me right now. So then I roll... What is it? Oh, yeah, so then I roll 2 because of the one-man army. I might need to reuse some different dice. I got 2 nat 1s.
2 nat 1s?
So 18.
18, yeah. You go up to kind of hit him, and you see he parries it out of the way, and as he parries it out of the way, he goes to riposte you. But right as he goes to riposte you, you see a blast go straight through his esophagus, and he falls down, and you see to the side of you, the Grand Arbiter Nieress
I figured.
had blasted him.
Yep.
And he's just like, and he twirls the gun, and he's like, "You doing all right, Archon?"
I'm having a good time. Hope you are too.
"Oh, it's fun." And you see him spin around, and he goes, blasts off a few more shots at the ones that you've been hitting. 2 hit. You see the one that had you hit away. It's getting up and it gets shot in the back of the head, and then another one, the one that you didn't hit, that basically distracted you for the others to come, gets shot in the arm, and it looks over. It's like Rachi, Rachi, and you see a few more Karvers jump out from the fray, and then jump towards the Grand Arbiter. And looks like they're going to try to handle your job for you.
No, I have other uses for him.
As that happens, what were you going to do?
I'm gonna use runic missile.
Okay. How many charges do you want to use?
I got
How many charges do you have left?
I have 2 charges left.
Okay. Do you want to use it twice?
I'm going to use it.
Because then you can do 10 runic missiles. And then do you want to do consumed on them?
Well, I was going to do it consumed, yeah, because I can use more of the army. So, but no, I'm only going to use 1 charge for that.
Okay, 1 charge,
Yeah,
so 5.
because I have a feeling I'm going to go across some bigger bosses, so I'm going to save it.
Okay.
So I'm going to use some of this just to add to the reinforcements.
Okay.
So there's 3 of them there. So, but also there's one I barely damaged. So let's do. Oh yeah, and there's the one that was in the very back that Nieress got, who shot in the head.
Nieress already killed 2 of the ones that you were attacking. And then shot the one that you hadn't really damaged yet. And then he called over more guys to distract Nieress so that he could handle you. So this is the only guy right next to you. Yep. But you could just fire off a bunch of runic missiles somewhere else.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Do you want to do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead and roll. First, let me see. Are you just doing 5 on just 5 random ones?
I'm gonna do the 5. So I'm gonna do 3 on the one that's on 3 that are on Nieress. Like close.
Oh, okay. The 3 on Nieress. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
You gotta repay him for his good deeds. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You gotta let him know I'm on his side.
All right. So with that, 3 of them. Roll. One's able to dodge out of the way. Does not dodge all the way. One out of the 3 from Nieress group is able to dodge out of the way of one of your runic missiles. And then 2 more to randoms.
Let's do 1 towards the one that was near me.
Okay. He feels.
Good. And then let's make the other one a random.
The random succeeds. So go ahead and roll damage for each of them.
Okay, got it.
Well, actually, for 3 of them, because two of them succeeded.
Got it. Wait, roll for 2 of them.
Yeah, only for 2 of them.
Got it. And then since I have one-man army, can I use the additional D12 for that? Or not?
No, this is just like the runic missile itself.
Oh, got it.
It's not like an offensive form.
Oh, got it. So it's just the D12.
Yeah, it's just a D12.
Got it. 7 for the first.
Okay. 7 plus 5.
5, so
12.
yep. Wait, was it plus 5?
Because it's the runic, the rune's rank.
Oh, it's the rune
Yeah.
rank. Okay, sorry. I didn't know if it's like
the
plus
rune's,
the 6 for like the...
It's the rune's
thing.
rank die plus the rune's rank.
Rune's
for,
rank
for
die.
damage.
Oh, got it.
So,
okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, that's why it's a little different. Okay.
Oh.
2
So
on
that's
that one.
that's a 12 and a
12, 7.
7.
11. Oh, wait, I'm only rolling 2. Right?
No, you're rolling 3.
3. Okay, yeah.
Because
so
2
11.
of them
Yeah.
succeeded.
Okay, got it.
So and then 11.
Yeah.
So 12, 7, and 11. Okay. And you're trying to consume them.
Yes.
Suddenly, the one in front of you is like, it doesn't seem to be consumed. But the 2 behind you, they shake, and they begin to attack the one that didn't get shot.
Yep, that's good.
And Nieress is like looking around, like, and then looks over towards you, and he's like,
I'm showing him what I can do.
just so everyone knows, I kind of like did that, like, awkward smile and laugh for Nieress, because
Chuckles, I'm in danger.
yeah, they begin to wail on that one, but the one in front of you goes to flurry slash at you. So 3 attacks. Oh. I hope you rolled high.
Well, considering that I'm using the one-man army on this one, 31.
For the first one?
Yeah.
31. You parry.
Nice. I'm not going to riposte that one.
Okay. Next one.
So, let's do this again, shall we? I definitely riposte that one. That's a 18 plus 16, 34.
Nice. Yeah, you parry that one.
Okay, maybe not that one, but that's a 22.
It is able to hit you on the third one.
Dang.
But
2 of 3 ain't that bad.
Yeah, that's actually really good. Did you riposte any of those?
Oh no, but I gotta save up that stamina. I can't drain that.
You take 6 points to your armor threshold as it tears through your armor.
Okay.
Oh, your armor's looking
Rough. Deja vu.
Oh, shit. Hey, thankfully, the Vitanium has created a
Exactly. The air barrier,
atmosphere
so even if
dome.
even if that does come off,
It's not gonna happen again.
Yeah. Come on. I'm getting flashbacks. Okay.
All right. With that happening, you go up to strike him after parrying 2 of his attacks and one kind of getting through to your armor and tearing off like a part of your shoulder blade. You see coming through. Okay, let's see how much damage this is. plus 6.
34.
34. You just see this Carver goes up to strike you one more time, and you're about ready to also strike it, but then you see it get stabbed into the chest, and then the blade from whatever it got stabbed, it arcs with this radiant energy, and you see it carve straight upward, and it's the Arch Commander as he stands there. And he flings the blood off of it, and then you see the Carver tear in half and falls into 2 pieces on the ground.
That was clean.
Thank you, Archon. And then he looks over, and then you see him go over, and he swings, and he does this kind of like a flurry slash of theirs, and he goes to use Decapitate on a few guys. You see 2 of them, their heads get cleaved off from his blade as they fall to the ground. And as this happens, you hear "Rokje! Rokje!" and some of the Carvers begin to, and they begin to kind of cleave through some of your men. Your men are fighting them off, but they seem to be kind of like getting pushed back, and you see a larger Carver jump and then land right in the center of you, the Arch Commander, and Nieress. And the other 2 Carvers that you had consumed, they look over and they go, and they rush towards this bigger guy.
Good.
See if they can do anything.
Yeah, I hope they cut through him a little bit.
They're each going to use flurry slashes on him.
I would like that very much. Especially if they hit.
Wow. They hit. First one. They hit the second one. Oh my gosh. No. No, they didn't hit the third one. But that was 3. Two of them hit for the first guy. Which means it's 66 plus 8. 5. 15, 16, 24. You see it goes and tries to. They try to carve through it, through this big guy, but it dings off of his armor, and he's just like, and he looks over, he's like, "Look, and he looks pissed off at this one. You see him pierce into the one that just attacked him, and then he goes to use it and fling it at the other one that's about to attack him, and he goes and he flings it at the other one, and the other one kind of falls back, and he's like, and then you hear, and you see a bunch of creatures, serpentine creatures, fly around. 3 of them fly over towards you guys. 1 on each, actually. So you have a Celica on you right now.
Of course I do. Okay.
As this happens, give me 1 moment, actually. Alright. So, these creatures come towards you, first one is going to rush up to you. I need you to roll a perception check. As you see it rush up to you, its skin glistens, and then you lose sight of it for a second.
14.
You lose sight of it for a second, and you're like, and then you see it comes around your shoulder, and then you hear, but you're able to catch it. You can defend. As it goes to use a tail whip attack against you.
$28. I crit.
28. 26. Yes. You are able to parry off this tail whip attack.
Yeah. And I'm gonna riposte it.
Okay, go ahead. You guys have been hearing a lot of drums this entire time.
Okay, so let's see. So I already do a D12 to attack. I get a D12 for the riposte, and
You want to?
I'll do the one man army with the damage.
Okay.
Hey, okay. That same dice crit, but I got not one on the other.
Okay.
Okay, 13, 16, 29.
29. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. $20.
20. You go up and you parry back the tail, and as you parry back the tail, you whip the tail around your Devastator, and then you use it. You use its head as like a club, and you smash its head in, and you see it gush out, blood everywhere, and you see it kind of, you fling it off of your Devastator, and then you look over towards the leader. The leader's like the captain, and with that, I need to see how the other two are due. Nieress gets bitten. Commander Vorman just, with a slight pivot of his foot, he slashes the head off of this Celica, like that. But Nieress gets bitten into the shoulder blade, and you see it trying to bite up towards his head as he kind of gets back, and he blasts it multiple times into its tail, and you see it fly off. As it flies off, Nieress is able to fire off another shot, and it falls to the ground. And you see the captain comes up and like, and he comes over, and then the arch commander goes over towards you and gets in front of you, and he's like, "Let me handle him."
Please do enjoy.
All Alright, give me a second, guys. So, as you see Vorman approach this raider, this captain, the captain looks down and is like, and you see some of the Karvers actually all kind of go around the captain, and they're like, they're watching, and some of your men kind of like that were fighting those Karvers like are looking around, is like and like looking to see if like they're allowed to watch or if they should start killing more Karvers. But Vorman heads up, and then you see the captain is like kind of they begin to pace around each other, circling each other, and then Vorman goes in as the Karver pulls up two of its claws, and then it parries down Vorman's attack, and then slashes straight into Vorman's armor. You see it barely catches it, and then tears off a portion of his torso, and you see his torso is there now, and he becomes aware of it, and he goes up and strikes into the armor of the raider captain, and you see the raider captain kind of jumps backward, and then and you see its armor is kind of torn through a little bit, and you see it looks down and it's like, and it rushes up, and it goes to do like 2 slashes straight onto Vorman. Vorman takes his blade and then puts it forward and holds the captain back, as you see it begins to push its strength into Vorman as he kind of digs his feet into the ground, and then he lets it go, slides underneath the captain, as the captain uses its back legs to slash right above Vorman, and Vorman catches it and parries it down, and then he goes up for a strike and strikes straight into the chest of the captain, and the captain and he leans back, and then you see the captain pierces the shoulder blade of Vorman, and he goes, and Vorman falls to the, like, his arm goes limp, and as that happens, the captain is like, and he goes to slash. As he goes to slash, you see Vorman pull from his side with his good arm. He pulls out a tech blade, and he goes to strike straight into the arm. And as that happens, right before he's about to strike, you see a shot fire off straight into the head of the captain. And then Vorman's like, and then the captain's like, and it falls down to the ground. And you look over, and you see Nieress holding a shot, holding his gun right there. And then Arch Commander Vorman looks over and is like, "What the fuck did you just do?" And you see him stand up. His arm is bleeding. And he's like, "Wasn't it your idea to keep him alive?"
We can handle keeping him alive. He's just gonna be unconscious for a little bit.
And you see him go up and pushes the captain's head over. It's like,
I'll keep him alive.
He's like, "You stole my battle." And you see the Arch Commander go over and shove Nieress. And then Nieress looks over and is like,
"You might want to tend to that arm of yours."
You two will discuss this later. We're in a battle right now.
"Apologies, Archon."
Yes, apologies, Archon.
Patch up your arm, Arch Commander Vorman. You have done well.
And you see he's pissed off. He turns around, and the Grand Arbiter just looks over and is like,
Well, Archon, it seems, and you hear, Archon, can you hear me? This is Spec Ops, Lothrin. We are ready.
You may proceed.
and then as this happens, the Grand Arbiter laughs as all the Karvers are all getting ready. It's like, and all your men who are also watching the battle are like, and they use this upper hand to go after the Karvers. As they rush after the Karvers, you see all the Karvers begin to go, and they begin to scream out in agony as their heads begin to kind of bleed out. You see they bleed out of their earlobes, which they don't really have much of an ear, but their eyes begin to go bloodshot as they begin to fall, and all your men begin to stop, and the war begins to die down. And as that happens, it seems like everything begins to become calm again as all the Karvers begin to plummet to the ground, and they all seize up and then stop moving. You see some of the Celica scurry away and disappear. And the Grand Arbiter goes over to the captain's head, and you see him pull out a medwave and begins to heal it. And then you hear,
Men, come over here. We're going to lift this one up and bring him to the ship.
and he stands up and he's like, and some of the men come over, salute him, and then begin to lift up the captain with all their strength. They look over toward, and they look, the Grand Arbiter looks over towards you and is like,
Well done.
Bring him back to the ship.
and they all begin to take him back.
Now what? Shall we begin to
Take the, and then suddenly you see something come from the dome. The Vitanium dome begins to troop, and then a large figure appears and begins to walk forward. They are about double the size of you, like 20 feet tall. And they look down at you, and Nieress is just like,
Is that your ally? My sibling spoke of you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for your assistance.
You may take the resources at your wish and go.
We will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure your siblings stay safe as well.
and they, you see it begin to troop back up, and then the entire dome begins to go down, and you feel the gravity lifts off, light gravity to no gravity almost, and your men who were carrying the guy all like kind of it becomes lighter.
Becomes easier to lift him.
And they begin to just kind of shove him. But the Grand Arbiter looks over at you and is like,
Well, shall we begin the extraction?
We shall. Let's get some men on this. I want to get these resources quick.
Of course. You heard him, men. The Archon demands the resources now.
and all of them begin to rush forward and begin to, it was probably about I'd say, like, from the amount of guys that took the captain, that there was about 5 of them. There's probably about 12 left. So you guys were able to handle it pretty well. You guys kind of were in a circle, and all your men were kind of like making sure that no one was getting into your guys' group, but the ones that were able to get in, you were able to handle them.
Cool.
But it seems as though the resources have already kind of started to be extracted. It's what the Karvers were after. As you guys are searching through this base, you go over to the antennae and you go over to all of the equipment that the Karvers had, and is there anything you want to do while you're here?
I like to roll an investigation check on, like, the equipment of the Karvers.
Okay, just go ahead and roll perception.
Okay, I'll do that. $22.
22. As you look around their equipment, it's pretty rudimentary. They have a lot of just normal gear that you would usually have. Photon blasters. They have an armory. They seem to have. When you kind of look through all the stuff, it's all just normal stuff. You are able to find, you and your men are able to find crates of what seems to be Volts chips. And inside them, you find a total. They are able to check them. A total of 9,000 volts.
Okay, I'll add that to my total. You said 9,000?
9,000, yeah. And then, as you are looking through the captain stuff, you get this feeling, this familiar feeling comes over you. As you look over at the captain's chamber, and you're looking through the desk, and you open a drawer, and as you open the drawer, you see a codex. And you go and grab the codex. It looks like yours. As you go to open it, it's bright white, blank. And then suddenly, reading, "Hello, Archon. And then it fades away, and then it there's a gift for you. On this asteroid. I hope you find it." And then it fades away and it shuts off.
Okay, I'm going to use guiding light so I can have like a Evemore's will guide me so I can see if I can find this thing.
Okay.
Because if anyone's going to do it, my goddess will.
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Ooh, I rolled pretty low on that one. 14.
As you focus on Evemore's will, you feel a pull from side to side, and your head kind of begins to ache, and you open your eyes, and then you see a light flash before you, but it's not a purple light. It almost looks like this strange helix structure that begins to wind around, and it turns this bright white and then black, and then it begins to flow over towards the wall of this captain's chamber. The wall is the same metallic as that of the Karvers metal. But as you go towards it, you see it. The bright light kind of encases into the metal, and then it causes it to dematerialize as you see a staircase leading down.
I shall go down the stairs.
You begin to head down. Walking down these steps, you feel like this is familiar to you, but not familiar. It hurts your head for a second. And then you feel this strange pull at your mind, and then it pulls you back. And there's this feeling that Evemore doesn't want you to go down any further.
You've always known what's best for me, Evemore. I will steal clear. And I'll head back up.
You begin to head back up. As you do, you feel that feeling that came over you when you tried to call upon Evemore again. It begins to rush away. And you head back up to the captain's chamber. And as you look over towards the codex, you see it light up, illuminate again. And when you look over at it, it reads, "Maybe next time." And then it turns off. And then the Grand Arbiter, Archon, the men are all situated and ready to go. The resources have been extracted. They're already being sent over to the Mother Kine.
And the captain?
The captain is also being sent.
Then it's time to take our leave.
Yes, agreed.
And you guys begin to head back. Head back over to the Mother Kine. Once reaching your ship, after a few hours of travel, all your men are waiting for a brief about the mission, debrief. And you're at the intercom, in the comm room, in the comm station, with the Arch Commander, Grand Arbiter, and the Tech Spear. The Tech Spear is kind of like behind you, and then what would you like to do? As you see the comm station is right there, and you can go and click on it to address the entire fleet, the entire Mother Kine.
Before I even make that address, I actually want to be able to talk to Expert 10 and
go
all that.
Go ahead. Yeah. As you reach back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give my crew an update until I know what the heck's going on.
Yeah. Okay.
Tenton, now that you have the resources, we'll be able to get us flying again.
Of course, Archon. It will be just as great, maybe even more so, than when we first lifted off Urugo.
I'm happy to hear that. Very good work. Arch Commander Vorman.
Yes, Archon.
How is your wound?
It is stable currently. It takes some time to heal up, but I'm around 80%.
Give yourself some more time. Grand Arbiter, Nieress?
Yes, my Archon.
Where is the captain currently?
The captain is being brought to the med bay as we speak. And then he'll be sent to the brig.
Understood.
We have several enforcers on him, keeping guard, making sure he's good.
That is good. Texper Tenton, after the interrogation, I want us to be able to strip him of his parts. The way that they're able to pierce through our armor, it's unlike anything I've ever seen. I want us to see if we can make weapons out of these. If we can replicate it.
Of course, Archon. I will do what I can.
All right. And everyone else dismissed? In the meantime, Tenton, I'd like to speak with you privately.
Of course, Archon.
And everyone begins to head out. The Arch Commander comes up to you and is like, apologies, Archon, for any weakness that I showed out there.
You didn't show any. You fought with bravery and honor. Nieress did not. I cannot blame you for this. But don't worry. I have something in store. I just need a few moments to analyze our discovery.
Of course. And he leaves the chamber.
Keep the troops entertained in the meantime.
As always, Archon.
Thank you. You may go.
And he leaves. The Tech Spear stays.
How does it go with Zermo?
He says that they're consumed. But not in the way that Nieress thinks they are. He thinks that you may be able to control them. But you'll have to control the void first.
Let's go speak to Zermo now.
Alright.
And he begins to head out. You guys begin to walk over to the chambers in which you have given Zermo. There are guards outside of the chambers.
As there should be.
And they salute you and then make a way for you to pass. Texphere opens the chamber to Zermo's quarters. And the Rune Forger stands up from his desk and he... Hello.
It's good to see you, Zermo. Please, take a seat.
Right. He pulls the chair out and then sit there. Your ship has stalled for a time.
It has been, but we'll be up, soon be operational, and be better than ever. But a more important and more pressing matter concerns me. You've already taken a look at these other Retikon. Tell me what you have learned.
They are consumed. Only a Voidwalker can control them. If you wish to cleanse them, only the Source can truly do so. But you won't find much here, especially from you. And he looks at you, and he glares at you.
Can I roll a perception check on him? Actually, analyze.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not analyze the way he's looking at me. I don't like the way he's looking at me. What an asshole.
You look at me funny, man.
17.
He looks like he's just... The Source... You've done some research on the Source. You know that the Source is basically the... It's basically like the dawn to the dusk. When it comes to like to void energy. Source is what allows you to negate any kind of void. So, anyone who is able to wield Source energy would be threatening to you. Because you wield void. But he also says that a void walker, and he looks at you when he says this.
Does he make it sound like since I can control these void roads that I technically have the powers of Void Walker?
So you technically do have... Yes, yeah, it seems like that. But he doesn't know for sure. Like, he thinks that... He does think that you are... You haven't become a Void Walker.
Yeah.
Like he knows that you haven't become a Void Walker, but he feels like you're on the path.
Mm-hmm.
And he just glares at you.
I do not wish to control these Retikon. I want them to come back. What Nieress has done is unforgivable.
Then you must cleanse them of their seeds. I have power of Source, but not nearly enough.
And where can we get more?
Moriot.
Then we will head there when we are able to. There are other Retikon there.
Yes.
Then we shall reunite with more of our people. May this bridge the gap.
I will do what I must. Tenton kind of comes over to you. He's like, what shall we do about Nieress in the meantime? Moriot is quite a ways away, Archon.
We still have our first area to colonize. So we'll take care of that first.
Yes.
We want to make sure that these other Retikon that Nieress displaced, we need to make sure they're taken care of in the meantime. They are our brothers. We must protect them. We are all children of Evemore. And of course I said that line specifically for Zermo to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
As for Nieress, though, that liquid, that corrupts them. Have you been able to study it yet?
Are you talking to Tenton or are you talking to...
Tenton, on this one. And this one specifically only so Tenton could hear it.
Okay. He's like... It's what caused them to become the way they are. It has... I still have to do a few more studies. But it has something to do with those... the chambers that we found Zermo in. Something like that. The liquid. Perhaps on that codex. The codex that you have of the journal.
So then the question is, how did he gain access when I could not? The one that has been preventing me from being able to read it is also communicating with Nieress. I'm going to see what I can find out.
Perhaps it's a precautionary measure. This one that has been planning all of this. They want to make sure that you're on board. What better way than to find one of your lackeys who isn't as loyal as the rest and get into their heads?
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do, Tenton. Come with me.
Of course, Archon. And he begins to walk with you. Where are you going?
We're going to go to Nieress's chamber.
Okay. You go over to Nieress's chamber. Which one? The one that was hidden from you, or the actual one?
No, the actual one. Okay. Like where we would find
Where
Nieress.
You would find Nieress.
I would hope so, yeah. Unless he's in the other chamber, then we'll be like, surprise!
Surprise! As you go up, you see a guard at the door. He's like, Archon, hello. Nieress is inside.
Thank you.
And he moves out of the way. He's like, oh, and Archon, can I say something?
Of course.
You're awesome.
Why, thank you. Keep up the great work.
Oh, and he's an enforcer. You can tell.
I can tell by the demeanor.
Yeah. And he looks over. He's like, oh gosh, I gotta tell everyone else that the Archon's in. And then you see he walks in. Is like Tenton's just like, I wish I had that much, notoriety.
It has its perks at times, but it also comes with responsibility.
With great power comes... Yeah, whatever.
No copyright here.
As it opens up, you see a chamber that kind of it opens up into a large, kind of like communications tower that with a spiral staircase, and then you see at the top of the spiral staircase, standing up, is Nieress. He looks down. It's like, Archon and Texpear. To what do I owe the pleasure? And then you see him begins to walk down. He is in a robe right now.
Grand Arbiter, it's good to see you. We're just taking care of casualty reports.
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, we lost several lives today.
Yes. I was wondering, there were some men that I believe that died under your watch, which is completely understandable given the circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to get some more detailed reports on the matter. And Tenton here, Techspear, is just going to be, recording this. Just for our records.
You see he pulls out a codex and it begins to scan the room, and then...
Typical procedure, of course.
Of course, Archon.
So please, tell me a bit about what happened to the 4 under your command initially.
Initially, we broke off from Arch Commander Vorman's troopers, and we went to go and scout out the Karvers in question. We didn't quite know that they were Karvers at the time. We did witness a few of these serpents, the Seneca, and upon further investigation, they tend to have some kind of hide that allows them to utilize stealth. Perhaps this is what will allow the Karvers to have stealth pods. But they moved quick through the asteroid's atmosphere, or at least there's no actual atmosphere. They breathe inside space somehow, or exist in space, in the immense pressure of it all. And they feed on brain matter. I wished that my men wouldn't have gone in so quickly, but when they did so, it was quite terrifying to watch, to say the least. But it made me realize that the Celica, they can be tamed in some way. After all, the Karvers were able to do it. But they tend to eat at brain matter, and the more brain matter that you have, the more hungry they become. They tried to come after me, and my men defended me. And then they lost their lives. There was about 20 of those things. I got out of there as quick as I could, and we fired upon them.
I want to roll an analyze check on him.
Okay, go ahead.
Crit.
What's the total?
28.
28? Do you have anything else?
No, let me see. No, I do not.
It looks like he's telling the truth. And he's like,
If we had had them, if they had survived, the Karvers that we fought today would have been dealt with much quicker and swifter. To that I say, I was weak, and I apologize, Archon. And I hope Evemoore,
and he looks up.
I hope she will keep my men safe, and that they will watch over us as we claim this space for our own. You see the tech spear. You kind of look over at the tech spear, and the tech spear is just like staring at him. Go ahead and roll and analyze on the tech spear now.
Way less than my last roll. But, 20.
20. You look at him, and you can tell that he got something out of this. Like he's looking at Nieress, and then looks over at you, and then he nods, and then you see the codex turns off. All right, we are finished.
Yes, we are, Nieress. Thank you.
Of course, Archon.
I'll be calling a meeting soon after we finish with the rest of the casualty reports for our next steps.
Of course.
I'll see you there.
And he nods, and you head out. And as you head out, you head down the hall, you head back to your chamber, and the tech spear looks at you and says, he likes to perform. Seems he's gotten good at it, too.
He has, but you found something. What is it?
He was good until he began to talk about Evemore and his men. He has a tell when it comes to those. He has no faith in that, in our belief.
Then I know exactly what to do. We're going to call a meeting. Gather a couple more, send a couple of your other men to gather the rest of the casualty reports.
Of course.
And then within a few minutes after, we'll call everyone down to the center platform.
Yes, Archon. As he goes to gather the men up, he gets casualty reports. And then the meeting is called. Who would you like to attend the meeting?
Everyone.
Everyone. So you're going to the bridge.
Oh, we're going to the bridge. Yeah. Oh, this is...
Okay.
It's one of those.
Okay. Okay, let me get this prepared. Yeah, let me get this prepared. All right. You call everyone up to the bridge. It's crowded. People do send to stay, like some of the lower ranked officials kind of stay out of there, but are listening in.
Yeah, as long as we have some people taking care of the resources and all that, makes sure things are
everyone is
functioning.
making sure
okay.
that the ships are
exactly, but just so that everyone can hear what's going on.
But everyone was expecting this. Like, they were waiting for something like this to happen because of what just happened. They want to hear what happened. You are there with the Arch Commander, the Grand Arbiter. Master Forger Zermo is inside there with 2 enforcers behind him, making sure that he's kept in check. And also Tech Spear Tenton is there, who called the meeting to begin with. And he says to you, "You have the floor, Archon."
I'm going to give a little nod to Tenton. Oh, sorry. I'm going to give a little nod to Tenton.
Okay.
But he's gonna know that there is a certain signal to a nod that I'm gonna be giving.
Okay.
And he'll know exactly what to do from there.
Oh, what will he do?
You'll know when I say it.
Okay. Okay.
Trust me, it's stuff that's possible and makes sense here.
Okay.
It's not going to be like some like Deus Ex Machina crap. So, and everyone's already gathered.
Yes, everyone is
Okay.
gathered.
Attention, Retikon. I'm here to provide a summary of the mission we just undertook. We went and we forgot the resources we need to power Mother Kine to take us to a first destination. We encountered a few different types of creatures, Karvers being some of the most dangerous. We have their captain in hopes not just to learn more, but to be able to use their skin, their armor, whatever allows them, that gives them their strength. We will forge that into our own armor, to our own weapons, to pierce through our enemies. We hope to achieve much by doing this. We made allies with the Ritanium, sentient metal, that share a similar goal. And without them, our victory in our great battle would not have been so easy. We did lose some. One of those being Commander Retikon. Let me tell you what occurred in his final moments. Surrounded by Karvers, we slashed at them. We killed many. But they pierced through my armor. I became exposed to deep space. And in a moment of sacrifice, Commander Retikon willingly and with a smile on his face gave me his pack so that I could breathe and that I may continue to live.
You see, they all bow their heads in respect.
He will not be forgotten. To Evemore he shall go.
To Evemore he shall go.
But there is more. I have made a discovery. One quite important. Grand Arbiter Nieress, please step forward.
He looks around confused and he begins to step forward. Yes, my Archon, and he bows.
I would like to thank you.
The tech sphere walks over towards you and behind you. And the Nieress looks at you confused for a second and then smiles like he knows what you're talking about.
For the information
Of course.
that you are giving me, and I'm going to probe him.
You're going to probe him. Like, probe him?
Yeah, I have the
Okay,
thing.
go ahead.
I'm gonna learn everything.
Go ahead.
Unfiltered. My men will know what he has done.
Go ahead.
$23.
23. Okay. This is yeah, okay. Where is it? Sorry guys, give me one moment.
He did not see this coming.
Did not. Where are you? Screw it. You grab onto his head, putting your fingers onto his temple and his forehead, and then your eyes go white as they twist back into the back of your head, and his eyes go white, and you dive through his mind, and you see a door open up, and you see the tubes with his men all sitting there on their med beds. And they say, Nieress, we are ready.
All right. We're going to do the first test. Make sure that it works properly. And then we're going to try to bring you back. Understood?
Yes, Nieress. Whatever you say, we are with you. To the end.
Let's hope the Archon's power is able to be given to others so that when he is gone, others can succeed him.
And then he administers the fluid, and the men begin to contort, and they lift up. It's like, and they begin to try to attack Nieress, and Nieress rushes over and quickly clicks a button, and you see on their forehead an electric shock shocks them, and then they fall to their knees. And then you see he comes over and he goes and checks the Retikon, his men, and he's like, "All right, we need help. We need some help. Put him down." And you see he gets bolted to the bed, and he's like struggling to get out, but he seems to be somewhat paralyzed for a second. And then Nieress comes over and is like,
I don't know what happened, but I'll figure it out. I promise you. You will become stronger than any of us could be. And it'll be for the Archon.
and you see it fades away. And then it fades back into a memory of him at a desk with all these notes on different codexes. And he's like,
how does he do it? How does Siron control this power?
and then suddenly you hear a doo, doo, and he looks over. And he stands up and he goes over towards a pile of codexes in the corner. And he goes and checks through them, looking for whatever is making that sound. And he pulls one out. And he walks over And as you look at what it says, it has some kind of formula on it. And it's a white codex with black text on it. And then at the bottom of the formula it says, for the Archon. And then he begins to check the formula and begins to experiment. It becomes many marks. As he continues this, it becomes months. Arrays pass. And then finally, the memory brings him to the day that the mark that your ship, the Mother Kine, is leaving. And he makes sure to build a secret chamber inside the brig to make sure that his men that have gone through the experiments are stationed there, are brought with him so he can continue and make them better, stronger. And you get the sense that he's not doing this because he is trying to overthrow you in some way. He's doing this because he wants the Archon's name to live on, even past you. But this consumption seems to only make your men into slaves in some way. Sometimes even zombified, to where they have no will of their own anymore. But the men who went through with it seemed to have some kind of loyalty towards Nieress. But as Nieress continued, his mind, he felt like the power that this could give a single person. It was so great. He wanted to make sure that it worked, so he made sure that he is considered an Archon in these men's eyes, the Archon. And he kept giving them the serum until today. And then you come out of it, and Nieress Archon. And he kneels down. He's like, forgive me. I have kept secrets from you. And everyone's like, you like hear a full-on gasp throughout the room, throughout the bridge of the ship. And he looks up at you. He's like, and he waits.
Go on. Tell them.
I want to make sure our people survive past our Archon's time. Therefore, I want to make us stronger. And to do so, we must do exactly as we've done since the beginning. Like as a kite. We must embrace the power that our Archon has. And become his most loyal followers. Whoever that may be. Past your life, Siron, I only did what I did to continue our people.
I know you genuinely believe what you did was right. But you did, and you have, ignored one of my greatest lessons, where true loyalty lies. It comes from those with the will to decide. With the will to decide, this is how we can test one's loyalty. When they choose Evemore, that is the greatest gift they can receive. What you attempted to do was deprive them of that choice. You turned our people into mere zombies. I saw the experiments.
But I have perfected it. Archon. And Evemore is... Evemore is not here. But you are. And we are. And when you are gone, just as Commander Ryton saw, as you could be gone, who will take your place?
Evemore decides that. Just like how she chose me. And how the Grand Seer made this observation. You took these matters into your own hands. It must have been admirable at a time. But you've gone too far and ignored all of my lessons to you.
Please. Siron. What can I do to make up for this?
I'm gonna look at all the other Retikon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say, what can one do to atone for their sins?
Face Evemore. Everyone begins to chant, Face Evemore! Face Evemore! Face Evemore!
And then I'm gonna look over to Tenton, and I'm gonna nod at him for the signal, which is for him to show the images of those experiments, his room, and all of it.
Tenton goes over to the console and begins to show all of the information all the things that you've discovered that Nieress has been experimenting with.
I do not hide the truth from my people, because the goal is to unite them. Even you just admitted to one of the gravest of sins. You claimed Evemore was not here.
Archon.
You may do what you must. And he bows his head. And the Archcommander walks up to you. What is your will?
Archcommander, this is not my will. This is Evemore's will.
And what do you do?
I go up to... oh my god, I almost forgot Nieress' name.
God.
He doesn't exist in my mind anymore. That's just how bad he is.
Okay. What do you do?
I go up to him. And I take my Devastator.
As you take your Devastator, are you going to swing it?
I'm going to do the swinging motion, but stop right at his neck.
As you go and take the swinging motion, stop right at his neck, you feel something come over you, and you see right behind him a figure appears. And you see Evemore standing there, and you stop, and she stands there and she smiles at you. And then you see her flow right behind your ear. And you hear her say, "Consume him like he did to his men." And as that happens, you feel yourself kind of lose grip of your own will. And you feel like it has become Evemore's as your hand begins to grab behind you and grab onto a void rune. And as you lower the Devastator with the other hand and you go and pull the void rune right in front of his head, you release the rest of the charges on the rune. And it goes all around his head. And he and you lower your Devastator. He looks up to you. And he stands up. And he says, "What can I do for Evemore?"
And then I am going to look towards everyone else. I did not kill him because he truly means well. But he tried to use my gift that was bestowed upon me by Evemore herself, and has tried to make a perversion of it. I perfected the gift. As you can see, he is now loyal to me and to Evemore.
And they all chant Archon at once. And that's where we'll end the session. Well, that was a long session.
Yes, it was.
Dang. Sorry guys for it being so long, but it was going to be a big one. I did say that it was going to be a big one. And that was over 3 hours long.
Are we actually going to release this as like one episode? It's going to be split into two.
I might split it into two. I might have it be like, like for an entire week, it'd be like that whole thing. But we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, we can talk more about it later, but I got you.
You'll find out. You'll find out at the week, the week of when it comes out.
I get you.
But yeah, that was good.
Thank you.
What did you think of everything?
Rocky start.
It was a rocky start, dude. I had so much planned. I had all this stuff planned. You literally failed on the first roll.
It's not up to me.
I know, but like, it was a 15 for the stealth check. It was literally like, roll stealth check, 15. Mm-hmm. If you succeeded, you would have spotted the Karvers and the console and the antenna, and then I would have had you roll a perception check, and you could have heard, if you succeeded on that, you could have heard that Arch Commander and the Grand Arbiter was communicating with one another over the console over there. And then you could have rolled a strategy check for that to see what was the plan, and then you could have tried to basically like take them all out in one go without having to deal with all the extra stuff. And Commander Wrighton would have died.
May he be reborn in power.
Yeah. But yeah, that's cool. You got like a full on like this is your saga, Jaren. The Retikon saga. Did you ever think that was going to be your saga?
I think it's a little concerning how easy this came to me, and how natural it was. But I liked it. Yeah. So far,
Siron. Yeah.
Siron is.
I've been playing. I've been planning him out and like planting the seeds throughout the podcast.
No, I've noticed.
Yeah. I hope everyone else has noticed. But yeah,
they can't ignore it now.
No, they can't. Anything else you want to say to the audience?
Well, I'd like to thank you all for listening. If this is released as one episode, I commend you all for making it this long.
Yeah, it's a long one, guys.
Oh yeah, I definitely hoped.
But I mean, if you listen to like Critical Role and other tabletop RPGs, they do like 4-hour game nights too.
Well, of course, yeah, no, but like compared to what your typical podcast sessions last, I mean, this is way different.
Yeah. This is usually things up. This is what our old sessions used to be like. We used to just keep going and going and going. But yeah, I just wanted to get that end part. I wanted to feature Zermo at some point. I wanted to get the end part out of the way with Nieress and make sure that that all kind of came into fruition. And it was definitely interesting. I was surprised that you're going to stop there. Well, I actually thought you were going to actually kill him.
I was thinking that, but the thing is, and I'll explain my reasoning to this right now, just because we're here, which is that you showed me that Nieress actually had more good into what he was doing. His intentions were good. Of course, Road to Hell is paved in good intentions.
Yeah.
But I saw that I think the punishment should fit the crime. So using that Void Rune, or even using some of the liquid that was used, I was actually originally going to get tempted just to bring me that liquid and then use it on him.
Oh, shit.
Instead.
That would have been bad.
So then I could see, now you're going to make your men suffer through exactly what you went through, make the punishment fit the crime. But since you already had Eve Moore's The Will actually influence the decision I was making because of my fatal flaw, not sure if I regret that yet, but I feel like I will. But I'd stay true to my character. Use that rune. This way I perfected that. Now, of course, where we go from here with this, I'm showing them that I have the ability to do this, but I'm not going to use this on everybody whatsoever.
Yeah.
The point is, I want everyone to make their own decisions. I showed everyone what was being done because I care about transparency, but I'm still a leader who can get it done, and I'm not afraid to call out those who work right below me, even if they're at the highest levels.
Dang.
Ayatollah Khamenei got nothing on me.
Well, I really enjoy Siron, and I'm excited to see where he goes because of just everything that I have planned And I liked that I got to feature some of the codex stuff with the one that shall not be named because no one knows the name of them.
Exactly. I'm not going to get into that because, I mean, I don't even know too much about that yet either. But the point is, I was concerned that he was actually doing some more work for that person, which is why I needed to do the probe. Because if I was just going to kill him to gain that info, it wasn't going to help. I needed to try to stay like one step ahead, or at least have the assumption that I was one step ahead. So I wanted to probe and see what I could get.
Yeah. And what would you think?
So, well, then that's when I found out he was actually being somewhat more sincere. It's just, it really was a perversion. So that's why I decided to keep him alive and show him that, hey, not only can I do what you couldn't do, but I did it better. And my men also respect me for it. I literally did like a triple power play.
Yeah.
On that one.
Good. That was good.
I was flexing. I got stuff done. I increased my whole team's loyalty to me and to Evemore as well. You know, I think it was successful.
Yeah.
Rocky start, but I think we ended it really well.
Yeah, it was good because it was like the first session was just really like you just had a rocky session for the first one. The second one, it was just like Siron. That was Siron. Yeah, because you crit like multiple times throughout it.
I know. Whenever we record this Siron stuff now, I've been realizing like my rolls haven't been as good.
I think I
don't know what it is.
I know. I don't think it's a recording. I think it's like we just haven't been playing for a while.
Oh yeah.
And so just we're a bit busy and all that stuff. But
of course,
this last session was just like a full encompassment of both sessions before, and it's like it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it a lot. So thank you. And then we're gonna do some extra stuff too with Siron coming up soon. You'll hear it.
There's a lot coming for all of you, and thank you all for listening. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you all for listening to this session, and I hope you stay safe because if death comes to you, hopefully you become reborn in power. Thank you. Bye. I thank you for listening to Dusk vs. Dawn. With each entry, we explore deeper aspects of the turmoil within the core realms. I hope you are listening carefully as we get closer to the climax of Evemore's will. Also, if you want to be reborn yourself, you can subscribe as a Chosen to access Chosen creation and exclusive Codex entries. Until next time, travelers, be safe, stay safe, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.